So here's something interesting. Being good at your job can actually hurt your chances of getting promoted. Let that sink in for a minute. Wait a minute, Bob. How can being good or even great at my job hurt my chances of getting promoted? Well, it turns out the math is pretty simple. You see, most company success hinges on the top performers of a company, which is about 30% of the overall company. And performance falls on a bell curve. The rest of the people in the organization, the other 70% or so, they're just average or below average. So if you're really good at your job, if you're a top performer, moving you is risky. Replacing you is expensive. So the safest bet for any company is to leave you exactly where you are. So being great at your job, it's just not enough. I've seen it happen time and time again, year after year. Hard workers, top performers, dedicated employees, and their career just stalls. They don't get promoted every single year, stuck in the same role. Being great at your job is just table stakes anymore. And this is where careers stall, just being great at your job. But what can you do to change the calculus, to help improve your chances of getting promoted? Well, there's a few key items that you can work on. And if you're already great at your job, then you're already doing a couple of them. So here are two more things you can do to try to increase your chances to get promoted. For one, focus on partnerships and relationship building. These skills show that you can be trusted, and that is a huge factor when it comes to getting promoted. Building relationships helps create allies, and these allies will help you throughout your career, especially when it comes to getting promoted. And yes, that means building relationships, building bridges, working with people you really might not like that much. The other big thing you can do is work on your likability. You can be the smartest person in the room, but let's face it, if you're an asshole, no one wants to work with you. So don't be that person. Try and see the positive in every situation you're walking into at work. Don't be a negative Nancy, and just really concentrate or work on how can you be liked. Don't be phony, but be liked. So be great at your job. Like I said, it's table stakes, but focus really hard on building relationships, building partnerships, being likable. You combine those two traits with being great at your job and being a good critical thinker, and you will increase your chances of getting promoted significantly. At some point in your career, promotions become less about skill and more about trust and likability. And those things are built outside of the lines. They're outside of your job description, but they're the soft skills you need to move up the ladder. So make the extra effort, take the extra time, and you may just be giving your career a real boost. You may actually be able to avoid stalling your career. Thanks for listening, and I look forward to our next conversation.